Guys, here we are, Johnny Vance here at the North Film Festival here at the Producers Club in Hell's Kitchen, New York City. Right now, I got my interview going on with Rajiv Mallick. Rajiv Mallick, very nice to meet you, my friend.
Nice to meet you,
yes,
Johnny.
very nice to meet you. He is a filmmaker. He's a writer, producer, and director, doing all three of those things. Let's get a little bit to know about you. What do we got going? Tell me about yourself.
Well, I mean, I'm a relatively new filmmaker. I started making films during COVID because I had a lot of time off from my primary career. My primary career was as a biomedical researcher in the pharma industry. So in COVID, I found that I had time, and of course, I had the interest for a number of years to pursue more literary and creative pursuits, like writing short stories and then making them into a film and so on. So I took a number of courses, webinars, etc., on how to write a good script, all the different structural elements, and then how to make a good film, etc. Hired the right people, and then did one short film back in 2021, shot it during COVID, very challenging. That did fairly well on the festival circuit. That was called Innocent Chat.
Innocent Chat?
Yeah.
And that was the basis of it?
And the basis of it was actually, it looked at two single people, one man in his 60s and a young girl in her 20s who meet online on a online dating site. And they fall for each other. But they really don't know, they think they're doing the usual romantic thing online, but actually what they don't realize, because they're not fully self-aware, the girl is actually looking for a father that she never had, but she doesn't realize it. That's in her subconscious. And the man is subconsciously looking for a daughter that he never had or a kid that he never had in his marriage. But on the surface, they think they're looking for a romantic relationship. That's where it goes, a surprise ending. I don't want to give it away. But that was the basis for that. It did fairly well. So that was my current venture. It's called No Laughing Matter, which is about this father who is quite prejudiced. And he learns at the last minute that his only child, his daughter, is now engaged to be married in the next week to a man, and he's very prejudiced, and he realizes that she's marrying a guy from Turkey. And then all hell breaks loose because he doesn't want to accept it. No. He tries to sabotage the wedding in many ways. And then, of course, eventually he reconciles and so on.
It's funny, typically when you see films like that, you're seeing the mother doing the right. The father's just more the aggressor, like sitting down on his rocking chair with the shotgun, like.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? You switch places.
Right. Well, the mother in this case is deceased, so that's why. So he took over that whole role, and he's very, he's very dominating. He thinks he has responsibility for his daughter. He never really came to terms with the fact that his daughter is now an adult, a 25-year-old. So he's controlling in many ways. So that's part of the picture too. He's prejudiced, he's controlling. So there's not much to endear him to the audience except eventually he reconciles. And he learns a lot about her as the film goes along, because he actually goes and visits his son-in-law before the wedding in their apartment. And that's when he learns a lot about his daughter from the son-in-law, things that he never knew about her.
Want to be interested in doing that?
Well, he was trying to sabotage the wedding, right? So that's where he went there. And he wanted to just go there. And he had, again, I'm giving away a little too much, but he had hired an actor to play a fake boyfriend to make his daughter look like a two-timer so that his son-in-law would then reject her. But then he realized.
I want to see this.
Yeah, you should see it. So then he realizes his son-in-law doesn't buy that story. He says, "No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that this is really happening." So things like that. So then he changes, right? He changes. So that's the story.
So we hope for it.
Yeah.
We'll hope for that. I mean, we want our loved one our family to love our loved one, our significant.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just a piece of fiction. I mean, in my life, I have seen and actually known friends and so on who, think we know our children, as they grow up, but sometimes we have gaps in understanding them. and that's been the basis of both my films. Is these gaps in understanding our own family, our own kids, and their deepest emotions, and especially if your kids are introverted and they don't express themselves as much, you sometimes miss out on those real deep feelings, and that's a loss because then later on you can be confronted. Of course, these are dramatizations of what can happen in the extreme, but you certainly miss out on a lot of pieces, miss out a lot of things. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then better understanding that could have been created. If you understand and accept, you have a much smoother transition to as your children grow older and develop into adults.
Realize that the beat must go on.
Yeah, the beat must go on. Yeah, and times are changing.
One of the films that we had over here.
Yeah.
The beat goes on.
Right. Yeah. And by the way, so I must say the festival very well organized, great communication.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and so well organized here as well at the venue, right? Everything being run on clockwork on time, very well attended. People sit right through. No kidding. Excellent.
We try.
So yeah.
Thank you so much. That's a great compliment. Darwin, Katie.
Yeah, the whole gang.
Caddy, the whole gang. JD, it's a small team, but they do a lot of work. It takes a lot to do the audio, to do the films, to do the whole list, and make sure everything's okay. And, have the good party, have the good vibes going on.
Yes.
So, it's tough.
Yeah.
It brought me here. Their energy brought me here.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, great. And New York is a great venue, and this is a good place. I'm familiar with this place actually because my daughter 7-8 years ago performed on stage here at a production. So I was actually in that theater watching her. That was back in 2018.
Wow. And doesn't your daughter have a film here too?
And my daughter, yes. So that was the second piece. So she's done a music video. Yeah, she's used to be a stage actor. Then she's also been a writer, a songwriter, and so on. So yes, she has a music video.
Is she here tonight?
So there's a story behind that.
Okay.
That music video is called "What Are You Waiting For?"
Okay.
It's basically two things. I think it believes. I mean, she's never been explicit with me about it, but basically it's about firstly, what are you waiting for? Speaking to herself. What are you waiting for? Develop, get out of your parents' shadow, and go lead your own life. But the other part is a more practical part, which is she met a boyfriend, got into a relationship with somebody back, I think 2021. That's when the video was made. And basically she's saying, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, let's do it, propose, etc. So as the story goes, now she has a 2-year-old with that guy. They got married. Yeah, and the reason she's not here is because she's expecting her second child. So in March. That's why she's not.
Why did you giggle when you said boyfriend? You said you didn't know the title.
No, because I don't want to give away the part about her having subsequently.
One of those people
No. She got married and then had a baby. So I just wouldn't want to give it away too soon. So
I thought there was something there when you said
no, very innocent. So there's a connection, though, I'll have to say, between the film I spoke about, which has an element of truth to it, limited, minus all the prejudice, and the song. So this song was done in Istanbul, Turkey.
Okay.
Her husband is from Turkey. Remember I told you about the film. The guy that she told she was going to marry, she told her father she was going to marry, was from Turkey. Her father was very prejudiced about people from other countries and so on. So there's an element of real life to that story, but it stops there. I am not the prejudiced guy that I mean, I'm originally from Asia. If I made that, if I acted in it, it would be even more ironic. But no, we got a Caucasian.
That'd be pretty wild.
Thinking of it, maybe we'll do it.
should, just for the fun of it.
Just for the fun of it. Yeah, exactly. With real life actors, yeah.
We're all actors,
Yeah.
you know, or producers, writers, directors.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's it.
That is awesome.
But again, you know, it's been great, you know, hanging out here in the bar and talking to people, and you know, some great comedic stuff that's been playing here. So yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed a lot of
How many
films
film
here.
festivals have you been to?
For No Laughing Matter, I in person, this is my second one.
Okay.
I have missed a number of festivals. They were overseas. The film showed. A number of festivals will allow the film to screen, even if nobody represents the film in person. So it's shown in 3 or 4 festivals overseas.
Okay.
In London, I think, and then in India, 3 festivals in India, one in London, England.
I love the film festival. That's
so
a huge
I think-
film festival scene over there.
Yeah, in India. Yeah, they have all sorts of So I've been fortunate. I mean, so actually, it's also accepted for a film festival in Pune, India, at the end of May, and this time I am going. I have other business in the area, so I am going to that one.
Are you going to try and get him into any other East Coast?
Yes. So I have. I've had rejections. So it did play at a festival in Philadelphia, which is the city where I come from. But I submitted to other festivals, California and Texas. Some of them are awaiting decisions, but a couple of them I've been disappointed by. They didn't get accepted, so that's part of the game anyway. So I have submitted to about several dozen.
Let me throw some ideas out there. I'm from Tampa Bay. I'm working with this film festival, so it might possibly mean that I work with other film festivals. I happen to do work with other film festivals, and we're loaded in the Tampa Bay area with film festivals. We got film festival covering December, January, February, March, April, May, June. I don't know about July through August or September, but October, November, December. So we're full every single month. We've got almost every single month. We got a film festival going on. So we should get down over there. As I'm telling everybody, I have a Gasparilla International Film Festival, Sunscreen Film Festival, Tampa Bay Underground Film Festival, Tiger Tales Asian Film Festival, Dunedin International Film Festival.
Okay.
And I'm friends with commissioners and stuff like that, so
I see.
I'm a good point of reference, a source there in the Tampa Bay area, Clearwater, St. Tampa, to be able to get those, connections, get your up to 30% rebate on your local spills and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'll take a look at the list. I'll follow you. Sure, sounds good. Yeah. No, absolutely. I'd love to go to Florida and have it shown there. So let's see. I'll be happy to submit. And I just want to make sure, of course, that the theme, that the movie fits with the theme, right?
Of course.
So it's a comedy, and secondly, it's a short film, right? So if the festivals that you spoke about accept short films, and especially if there's a separate category for comedies, I think that would be great.
They're big. Let's see, 2 of them that I work with in the Florida, Sunscreen and Gasparilla, they have feature and short.
Okay.
Those are 4 days long. Very great ton of network. Very great ton of network.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good thing for you as a new
as a new
filmmaker.
Right.
Is to network.
Yep.
Seriously, the more people you know, bro, things are gonna happen.
Right.
So
That's right.
I definitely encourage you to definitely hit up as many films.
Yeah. Right.
Submit
Yep.
those films, whether you can make it or not. Put those films in.
Oh, yes,
It does
that's
make
what
a
I do.
difference if you
Yep.
are there, though.
I realize that, and sometimes it's just not practical, but yes, absolutely. No, I mean, correct. Yeah.
Celebrities do when they're accepting awards.
Right. I mean, the last time I did this, COVID was around, and so a lot of festivals were virtual, but the ones I did attend, was really great experience. One very unique experience was a festival that was held in a drive-in theater. So you can imagine that screen and everybody parked in their cars and watching the movie on their own cars. So it was very different. So they had the Q&A prior to the movies being screened, because obviously you can't do a Q&A in the drive-in, right? So that was very unique up in Oregon. I know that organizer, huh?
I've never seen that.
Never seen a drive-in film festival. Yeah. That's what I said.
The Q&A before.
Yeah, the Q&A before the films were shown. So people didn't have a frame of reference. What are you? Yeah. Right. So, but yeah, I've enjoyed this whole experience. 5 years. I've also done travel logs or travel vlogs, whatever. Right. So those are more vlogging or travel logs. I submit those as well.
Okay.
And those actually again find a place in these festivals in Asia. People are very keen to see that. I think in America, people want to see. I'm an older guy, right? So, but people want to see younger people diving from 40-foot cliffs right into the water. I don't do that, so I think they're taken up by that sort of stuff. So I focus more on the history and the culture of the places I visit. So I've done actually 7 episodes in different places. Bali, Indonesia was my most favorite recent one, but some in the Philippines, a couple in India.
Where can I watch those at?
So those are also on Film Freeway. I'll be happy to share the links.
Oh, definitely, please do. I have my book somewhere that I've been trying to collect all this information. So we'll make sure that we get that taken care of.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right.
All right. So social media. Tell everyone if you have social media, your website, how to contact you.
Yeah.
If you're open for business for being a director, producer, whatever for them.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, if somebody has a story that they want directed, absolutely. Yeah, I haven't done that yet, but yeah, I'm open for that. Yeah. So, all right, well, Johnny, it's been a pleasure to meet you and make your acquaintance. And I'll be, by the way, at Barcelona, I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to be a part of Barcelona?
Yeah, No Laughing Matter has been accepted there.
Okay.
So, I should be in Barcelona. Yeah, that's my plan. Yeah.
Exciting. Before we actually stop, what else we got? We got anything else?
No, I mean, I've got a feature script I have written, so exploring different avenues, and maybe a sequel to this one.
Okay. Yeah. I'm excited to see this one.
Pleasure. Thank you, Johnny. Yeah.
Right.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You guys again. Rajesh Did I say that right?
Rajiv.
Tell Jen.
Rajiv.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.